Viewers, it was a fiery day too in Parliament where the Prime Minister and the Modi government in fact locked horns with the opposition yet again over Operation Sindoor. Now leading the charge for opposition was LOP Rahul Gandhi, while the NDA's top guns, Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, issued a point-by-point rebuttal. Today, the Prime Minister broke his silence on the one issue that the opposition has long been citing to corner the Modi government. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has accused the Prime Minister of putting his own image above that of the nation. Further, he dared the Prime Minister to break his silence and call out President Donald Trump's lies if the American president didn't really intervene in the ceasefire. Rahul Gandhi even went on to claim that India would not have lost 5 jets if they listened to him. And in a baffling response to the opposition, or befitting response rather to the opposition to the baffling questions that have been raised by Rahul Gandhi, the Prime Minister launched an all-out attack at the surrender lobby. He said the entire world backed the government but not the Congress party. He further accused the government of pushing Pakistan's propaganda and made it clear there was no intervention from any world leader during Operation Sindoor, and no world leader asked them to stop the war.
यहाँ पे अगर दम है तो यहाँ पे प्रधानमंत्री बोल दे कि ट्रंप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
दुनिया के किसी भी नेता ने भारत के ऑपरेशन रोकने के लिए नहीं कहा।
We cannot afford a prime minister who does not have the guts to say from here that Donald Trump is a liar. He didn't stop India from fighting. He's lying about the planes.
तो अमेरिका के उपराष्ट्रपति जी ने मुझे फोन पे बताया कि पाकिस्तान बहुत बड़ा हमला करने वाला है। ये उन्होंने मुझे बताया। मेरा जो जवाब था, जिनको समझ नहीं आता है उनको तो नहीं आएगा। मेरा जवाब था, अगर पाकिस्तान का ये इरादा है तो उसे बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा।
The forces are above your PR, your image and your politics. Have the humility to understand that. Have the dignity to understand that.
आप निकाल दीजिए पाकिस्तान के सारे बयान और यहां हमारा विरोध करने वाले लोगों के बयान फुल स्टॉप कॉमा के साथ एक है। क्या कहेंगे इसको?
Now remember, opposition on multiple occasions has also questioned the government on the missing Pahalgam terrorists, the butchers, who snuffed out the lives of 26 innocent souls. But the Home Minister completely crushed the opposition's narrative when he confirmed that all 3 terrorists who were eliminated as part of Operation Mahadev were involved in the dastardly Pahalgam attack. He confirmed that the Pahalgam attack was avenged. The Home Minister also called out Congress for shedding tears for Pakistan and giving them a clean chit. Shah claimed that Sonia Gandhi even shed tears for the Batla House terrorists, but Priyanka Gandhi claimed that Home Minister mocked her mother's tears when she wept after her father's loss. Here's how that showdown played out.
नागरिकों की धर्म पूछकर उनको मारा गया।
वे भी इस देश के बेटे थे, वे भी इस देश के शहीद हैं। उनके परिजनों के प्रति हम सब की जवाबदेही बनती है। उन्हें सच्चाई जानने का हक है। समीर गुहा, भारतीय बिट्टन अधिकारी, मनीष रंजन,
सलमान खुर्शीद जी को भी याद करना चाहता हूं। एक बार मैंने बड़े सवेरे में नाश्ता करता था, टीवी पर उनको रोते हुए देखा। मुझे लगा क्या हुआ, कोई बड़ी घटना हो गई। तो रोते रोते वो श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी के घर से बाहर आ गए कि बाटला हाउस की घटना देखकर सोनिया जी फूट फूट कर रो पड़ी।
मेरी मां के आंसू तब गिरे जब उनके पति को आतंकवादियों ने शहीद किया।
इन्होंने 5 से 11 के बीच में 27 जघन्य हमले किए, 1000 के करीब लोग मारे गए, आपने क्या किया?
भारत सरकार ने टीआरएफ को आतंकवादी संगठन का दर्जा कब दिया? 2020 में दिया, 2021 में दिया, 2022 में दिया, 2023 में दिया, 3 साल बाद।
देश के पूर्व गृह मंत्री कह रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान ने आतंकवादी नहीं भेजे थे। क्या क्लीन चिट देना चाहते?
इस देश के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी किसकी है? क्या इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री की नहीं है? क्या इस देश के गृह मंत्री की नहीं है? क्या इस देश के रक्षा मंत्री की नहीं है? क्या एनएसए की नहीं है?
And there's some big breaking news coming in at the moment. In fact, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has responded to the PM's speech. He reiterates that the Prime Minister refused to name Trump and call him a liar. He further states that the Prime Minister failed to mention China even once. Listen it.
उन्होंने क्लियरली नहीं कहा कि ट्रंप झूठ बोल रहे हैं। शायद 29 बार ट्रंप ने बोला है, उसका जवाब नहीं दिया। और सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात थी कि पूरे भाषण में चाइना शब्द प्रधानमंत्री ने नहीं बोला। पूरा देश जानता है कि पाकिस्तान की मदद, टेक्निकल मदद, एयरफोर्स की मदद चाइना ने की, मगर प्रधानमंत्री के मुंह से, डिफेंस मिनिस्टर के मुंह से चाइना शब्द नहीं निकला।
Mohit Bhatt is with us. Mohit, it's very clear Rahul Gandhi is not going to let go of the issues that he has raised. He's now raking up issues such as the Prime Minister not mentioning Trump by name. He's now saying that China wasn't mentioned. Very clearly, Rahul Gandhi and the politics of the Congress party over Operation Sindoor is far from over.
Well, yes, in fact, Mahadev, and when Rahul Gandhi was speaking inside the House, he again and again emphasized on one fact. He stated that Pakistan was held by China when it comes to technology, when it comes to AI, and the threat to India is from Pakistan and China together. So Rahul Gandhi, in a way, wanted Prime Minister to speak on those lines, but Prime Minister clearly stated that there was no third-party intervention when it comes to ceasefire. It was Pakistani DGMO that called Indian DGMO, and then ceasefire was reached. And when Rahul Gandhi was asked this question, and Prime Minister hit out at Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, saying that it's the same Congress party who has shed tears for the terrorists. It was because of the Congress party that breeders of terrorism have been happening in over here in country. Okay. And Prime Minister also picked up various past deeds of the Congress party and attacked Congress on.
All right, Mohit, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. We'll come back to you for more updates on the day tomorrow as well, because tomorrow is when the second day of debate continues in the Rajya Sabha as well. Let's quickly take this across to our guest now.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Tuin Sinha, national spokesperson of BJP, is joining us. We have Pattabhiram Komareddy, national spokesperson of TDP, also with us. Sanjay Jha, author, joins us. Priyanka Bharti is national spokesperson of RJD. Tausif Shah, senior leader of PDP, joins us. Sanjay Jha, the Prime Minister responding to the question of whether there was foreign intervention. Rahul Gandhi still says you didn't name Trump. Now, we all know how diplomacy is conducted. There is a certain way in which, leaders and statements are released. And certainly, of course, one cannot expect the kind of language that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is speaking in Parliament for a Prime Minister to use. I mean, that's unprecedented. It hasn't happened during Congress regimes either. Do you think matters should just rest there now that the debate has happened and the demand for the Prime Minister to speak out on this issue has been fulfilled?
Good evening to you, Madhav, and to my fellow panelists. You use the term, the kind of language. Well, let me try and start with the kind of language. You want to know the kind of language Mr. Modi has used against the most distinguished statesman, the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, considered to be a statesman, world leader, recognized the world over. Mr. Modi cannot be even compared to him. And yet, the gentleman has humiliated India's first Prime Minister, who went to jail for India's freedom.
Sanjay Jha, surely you will also agree that domestic politics, there can be name calling in domestic politics, and there can be back and forth between BJP and Congress. But the point it acquires a completely different dimension when it comes to relationships between two countries.
Well, now that's the second question. So basically, you agree with me that since Mr. Modi has been extremely crude and very impertinent about,
and vice
Mr.
versa,
Nehru,
the Congress has also used very strong adjectives, if I can put it that way. Some maybe even below the belt against the Prime Minister. So that's what has happened. Unfortunately, that's the level of our political discourse today.
Yes, but then, I want, before I have to put this to rest, this is the same Prime Minister who accused the gentleman Dr. Manmohan Singh of being hand in glove with Pakistan as a traitor to this country. He's called Dr. Manmohan Singh an anti-national, which forced Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh to ask Narendra Modi for a public apology. Can you believe that?
Sanjay,
so let's not get into that realm.
Sanjay, we are talking about what he asked a Prime Minister to do as far as Trump is concerned, saying bol do ki jhoot bol rahe ho, whatever it is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi said. Do you realistically believe that that can be stated by any Prime Minister? Direct question to you.
I'll tell you why. I'm also a student of history and politics, so let me tell you why. Politics these days is a lot more transparent and transactional at the same time. Despite the fact that the Indian government and the MEA said some time back, after I think Donald Trump had said it almost 15, 16 times, that he brokered the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. And all your viewers are aware that it was only after Trump's tweet came out that India also formally said that there has been a ceasefire. Here is the truth. I heard, and this is a figure that has just come to me, that Mr. Modi used Nehru's name 14 times. And Donald Trump not even once.
Sanjay Jha, we are coming back again and again to the same point. I am asking a pointed question as far as the role of President Trump is concerned. And let me just quote Rahul Gandhi for you, for the sake of our viewers. Agar wo jhoot bol rahe hain, and he refers to Donald Trump, he says, Donald Trump ne kaha 29 बार कहा मैंने सीज फायर करा. अगर वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं तो अपने भाषण में प्राइम मिनिस्टर कह दें कि वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं. यहां पे अगर दम है, यहां पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर बोल दे ट्रंप झूठ बोल रहा है. If he has the courage, he has the courage of Indira Gandhi, let him say it here. Donald Trump, you are a liar. The Prime Minister specified that there was no intervention. Do you realistically expect the Prime Minister to do much more beyond that, Sanjay Jha?
Yes, Madhav, for the simple reason that Donald Trump is using the India-Pakistan to get himself a Nobel Peace Prize. And if India is saying that it did not intervene, you have to call him out. Otherwise, tomorrow Donald Trump will get a peace prize on fake news that Mr. Modi has refused to contradict because ab ki baar Trump sarkar. And my second point, Bhaiya, why is India playing cricket with Pakistan, Madhav? Okay. I want to ask this question of the BJP.
That is a valid point. I completely agree with you. We are having an entire debate on it, Sanjay, and I request you to join us in the second half of the show where we're debating that as well. And you're somebody who knows a thing or two about cricket. It would be welcome to have your views on that. But for the moment, let's go point by point. I want Tuhin Sinha to come in. Tuhin Sinha, the point made by Sanjay Jha is that here's Donald Trump batting for a Nobel Peace Prize, and he's using the India-Pak conflict, saying that two nuclear nations would have gone to war. I stopped it, you trade, etc. Rahul Gandhi, of course, saying that he said it 29 times that he got the ceasefire done, and that's why we are demanding further clarity. Tuhin Sinha.
Well, good evening, Madhav. Good evening, everybody. The very fact that my friend Sanjay Jha seriously believes that Donald Trump is in contention for a Nobel Peace Prize. Do I need to remind you, Madhav, who is the person who proposed a Nobel Peace Prize for him? Asim Munir. And then when we say that they have become the mouthpiece of Pakistan, they feel very, they feel very sad. The point is, we've just witnessed a historic 2-day session of Parliament. This was a very, interesting session, these 2 days, because for the first time in the last 3 months, India has witnessed an open 2.5 front war. And of course, the 0.5 front has been headed by Rahul Gandhi. I say this with responsibility because barely 10 days after Operation Sindoor had been halted, around 20th of May, Rahul Gandhi was he first came out to try and convert a victory into surrender. And the occasion, 7 diplomatic teams, 7 teams of Indian members of Parliament were just supposed to head abroad on a diplomatic mission. He clearly wanted to sabotage that mission. Today, when he drags in Trump and, wants Prime Minister to openly criticize Trump, you know why he wants to do that? Because he has seen India's resilience. He has seen how tough India has been in its negotiation with US trade deal. And at a time when we might soon be clinching that deal, once again, Rahul Gandhi wants to sabotage that deal. He has a sinister and vile intent. And by the way, you know, we all know his politics. We all know his vile intent. Why are we so surprised? I'm appalled by the fact. Did you notice his body language throughout the debate? Even when Rajnath Singh Ji appealed to him to laud the efforts of our armed forces by clapping, he sat in that same entitled seating position as if he were in a nightclub. Such a person does not even deserve to be in parliament, I'm sorry.
Okay. Priyanka, Bharti, I want you to comment on this. Is it an attempt to sabotage the India-US trade deal at a time when the relations between the two countries, particularly when it comes to trade, could have a huge bearing on the economies of the two countries at such a sensitive time? Is this responsible commentary to make? Tuhin Sinha feels it is not. Your response?
First of all, when Tuhin mentions about sitting positions of Rahul Gandhi, I would like to show him a picture. Do you see the same sitting position here, Tuhin Sinha? And it's here Mr. Modi, it's here Amit Shah. So they are sitting also in club. Do you mean to say that? Okay, now let me come to your question. See, diplomacy works on both ways. It's not one-sided. So when Trump can call out India and say, I have stopped the India-Pakistan war 29 times, we can definitely hope from our PM that he will at least once utter the word Mr. Trump. But you see, I wasted my 1 hour 42 minutes hearing the speech of Mr. Modi. But when Rahul Gandhi said that at least take the name of Trump, he started sipping water. What is he afraid about? I don't think even a single citizen of India is afraid of calling out Trump.
Priyanka ji, did President Trump ever take Prime Minister Modi's name in any of those 29 speeches?
What?
Did President Trump take Prime Minister Modi's name in any of those 29 statements?
Saying that I stopped India-Pakistan war, taking the whole credit.
Prime Minister said nobody intervened. Prime Minister said exactly the counter to that. Nobody intervened.
He is questioning the sovereignty of India. We have the right to say, we have the right to talk about our nation, about our policies, about what we are taking the take on.
How has he questioned the sovereignty? Please tell us. Please explain to us.
We felt betrayed today. I will tell you why and how. You see, when Pahalgam attack happened, we all, across caste, across creed, no matter what color, no matter what region, all opposition leaders stood together with the government. What Mr. Modi did today? He questioned us. He questioned the opposition and linked them to Pakistan. You see, there are many unanswered questions which we have. Who brought...
Ma'am, there were leaders in the opposition who were questioning whether we need to go to war. From Mr. Tariq Kara to Mr. Siddaramaiah, many have said we don't need to go to war. Where is the question of opposition standing united? In fact, I can show you a whole host of statements which have been made by opposition leaders which show anything but unity with the government.
I am talking about the unanswered question. Isn't it the failure of the government or is it the failure of Mr. Nehru?
Which is the unanswered question, ma'am? Please tell us. First you said this is the challenging of our sovereignty. Now you're saying there's an unanswered question. Tell us, what are these challenging of sovereignty and unanswered questions? Explain to our viewers.
Any prime minister or any president of a country taking the whole credit of a war, which should have been the credit of our soldiers, our country soldiers, and he is taking the credit. Isn't it the question of sovereignty?
How, ma'am? But in the same way, if Indira Gandhi gets the credit for 71, then what is the issue of the head of the government, takes or is given the credit for a successful Operation Sindoor or war?
No. If you want to take the credit of a successful Operation Sindoor, then you will also take responsibility, of 26 people, 26...
Pattabhiram Komareddy, I'm going to let the TDP come in on that. Pattabhiram Komareddy, if you're going to take the credit for it, then also be prepared to take responsibility. That's the statement of RJD. Quickly respond, please.
Yeah, Madhav, good evening to you and to my fellow panelists. See, after hearing what Rahul had said after the Honorable Prime Minister's speech, the two questions that he is raising is, one is regarding the Trump statements. See, of late, I've heard Trump saying that he had stopped the Thailand-Cambodia war. It is as serious as that. Who is taking Trump's comment seriously? Now he's saying, I've stopped the Thailand-Cambodia war. Is it really true? No, so that is how serious his statements are. Why are we, so much debating around Trump. Why is he, Rahul Ji, revolving around Trump when the entire world knows how serious his statements are? And the second thing is, he's talking about China. The Modi ji didn't even dare to, take the name of China. Look into the history, Madhav. Who had signed a secret agreement with the Chinese Communist Party? Is it not the Congress? In 2008, who had signed a secret MOU? Did the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation receive money from China or not? Who made these secret deals with China? When did the Sino-Pakistan agreement happen? Was it not in 1963 under Jawaharlal Nehru? When was 5,200 kilometers of land transferred from Pakistan to China? Was it not under Jawaharlal Nehru? So if I talk about China, there are many other things which I have to talk about. And the third thing is, Rahul is challenging Modi ji on courage. Have 50% of courage as Indira ji. He was talking emphatically. What courage are you speaking about, Rahul? A lady, to protect her seat, to protect her chair, imposes emergency. We have finished 50 years of emergency.
Right. Let me bring in Tausif now. Tausif, there are several questions that arise. Notwithstanding the fact that your party's leaders are now questioning why you can't have talks with Pakistan, terror and talks can't go hand in hand, has been a stated position. I'm not even going to go there right now. But why have leaders within the mainstream opposition come out and started questioning the identity of these terrorists? Because these are the sort of statements that Pakistan has used in the past, continues to use, and if we continue to make these kind of statements, questioning our own agencies and our security forces work, that we are only weakening our position internationally and with Pakistan. Tausif Shah. Tausif Shah, can you hear me? I think we lost that line there. Sanjay Jha, would you like to respond to that? Because here you saw the Home Minister also respond to Mr. P. Chidambaram saying that this is nothing but playing to Pakistan's agenda.
Can I tell you, Madhav, how the BJP is the most mendacious party in the world? Mr. Modi and the BJP, and even my friend Tuhin Sinha, normally a decent, reasonable man, but now clearly over the top, like Mr. Modi, calling the opposition anti-national. Well, just a few weeks ago, they said to all the opposition parties, we want to send overseas delegations to fight the case for India abroad and tell the world that Pakistan had a role in the Pahalgam massacre. For that, they came to the Congress party. They wanted Manish Tiwari. They wanted Shashi Tharoor. They wanted even Asauddin Owaisi ji. They wanted Salman Khurshid. At that time, the opposition is the most constructive, the most reliable party. In fact, they have more material substance and merit than the BJP. Now, when the work is done, then they are back again to calling the opposition fifth columnist. You can't take Mr. Modi and the BJP seriously at all. Yeah. Here are my two questions for my friend. But
Sanjay, the interesting question that, and I'm glad that you mentioned the name of Manish Tiwari and Shashi Tharoor, because I was planning to include that in the debate. The point is that both of them didn't get to speak in the parliament. Is it because they took a certain nationalist line? Because that is the comment coming in from the BJP as well, is saying that those who have made these controversial comments, and there is a whole series of them, too long in fact for me to list in this show, who have been allowed to speak, but those who took that line and took a very nationalist line, a patriotic line, if I can put it that way, they were not allowed to speak in the House. Sanjay Jha.
Madhav, please don't use the words patriotic and nationalism casually. Is Tuhin Sinha and the BJP telling that 42% of the voters who voted for the India Alliance, Congress, RJD, everybody together, they are anti-national or they are less patriotic? We need certificates from the BJP and the TDP. That's complete bogus.
Have you seen Manish Tiwari's tweet today?
But anyway, Madhav, let me answer your question. I'll give you a simple answer.
Sanjay, have you seen Manish's tweet? I'm just reading out his tweet and you tell me what you make of this. I'm just asking you for your interpretation. है प्रीत जहां की रीत सदा मैं गीत वहीं के गाता हूं भारत का रहने वाला हूं भारत की बात सुनाता हूं. Why is he tweeting these 4 lines? Can you explain that to us today?
Yeah.
Sanjay Jha.
Let me tell you the simple answer. Shashi is a more senior veteran of mine in the Congress party. He was there before I formally came on board.
This is Manish Tiwari's tweet.
Fully aware. 1 minute, let me answer you, Madhav. I'm speaking with a very cool head.
I'm just clarifying that this is Manish Tiwari's tweet, not Shashi Tharoor. That's all I'm saying. Carry on.
I'm just going to tell you that end of day, whether it's Shashi or Manish, they are aware there's a party line, and when you speak in Parliament, you adhere to the party line. Now, I have been somebody who's in the past believe that there can be an independent opinion, but not in Parliament. If you're in Parliament, you follow the strict protocol concerned.
All right.
By the way, let's compare it with the BJP.
Let me bring in Tausif. Let me bring in Tausif because I'm told he's back with us now. Tausif Shah, I want you to come in on this. Notwithstanding your party's leader's comments that you should hold talks with Pakistan, completely against the government's stated position that talks and terror can't go hand in hand, and that's been a position that's been taken in the past as well. But why are leaders coming out and making statements questioning where these terrorists are from? The government today says there's adequate proof, but if we continue to make such statements, we are playing into Pakistani propaganda. Tausif Shah.
Yeah. Very good evening, Madhav, and to all of our fellow panelists. First of all, Mr. Madhav, just give me 20 seconds to register my protest. I was called on 13th of July on the Times of program hosted by Mr. Pranesh. He didn't let me speak, he muted me. So it's not the right way to get a person on a debate and then...
Tausif Shah, you're not on that show. If you can answer the question, please answer it. Let's not get into past debates. Everyone starts digging up what happened in past debates. The debate will be endless. Please come to the point and answer the question I've asked
regarding you. Operation Sindoor, regarding the Operation Sindoor, I just would like to tell you that there are few questions that were not answered in the Parliament either yesterday or not today. The first question was that which Mr. Gogoi Subha se Sham tak he continuously asked, where did they land, where did they come from, why did we not stop them on the border? Now we are blaming many channels which I saw yesterday. They were blaming local Kashmiri people for supporting. So let me tell you that had there been a clean management on the border, no Kashmiri would have been in the...
Sir, I'm very sorry. Nobody's blamed local Kashmiris. The Home Minister today said there's enough proof they're Pakistanis.
Lots of channels who say that local Kashmiris are traitors.
Mr. Shah, please, this is very, very unfortunate. Times Now is not amongst those channels. Let me clarify. Let's come to the point. Let's not obfuscate, please. Let's come to the point. The point is by raising questions, and one can question the government, one can question intelligence failure, but the point is when you come out and say that whether these people are locals or not, the larger question is why are you giving a clean sheet to Pakistan? It's a simple question, Mr. Shah.
We are giving, nobody has given the clean sheet to Pakistan.
You have heard of Mr. P. Chidambaram and his comments?
We supported the Operation Sindoor, but the main question what arises is that Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir has seen that 2 or 3 years before we had approximately 3 militants. They were labelled as Pakistanis. They were, after 4 months of exhumation of the bodies, we came to know, the whole state, whole nation came to know that they were local Rajouri labourers, and they were named as
Tuhin Sinha, I want you to quickly respond to that. We are talking from past experience of what we've seen. Your response to both Tausif Shah and Sanjay Jha.
Madhav, I need to first respond to Sanjay Jha. I'm very disappointed with his attitude. He almost makes it seem that the MPs who travelled abroad on the diplomatic mission did our government a favour. Please know that they've travelled because they have a firm nationalist approach, unlike Rahul Gandhi. We could have taken Gaurav Gogoi. We refused to take Gaurav Gogoi because of his shady Pakistan connections. We refused to take Nasir Hussain because of the pro-Pakistan slogans raised at the time he became a Rajya Sabha member. So we know who to choose, and we firmly believe that there are nationalists across party lines, and that is the reason we had approached every party but only nationalists within the party. Now, coming back quickly to the point on Trump, please know that, if the opposition is short on understanding, it's not our problem to repeatedly spoon feed them. Prime Minister categorically said that no world leader spoke to him during Operation Sindoor. The only world leader he spoke to was J.D. Vance, and he merely spoke those 2 sentences which he made public. So if Rahul Gandhi is obsessed with Trump, that's really not a problem. And finally, one final point. Did you notice, Madhav, the way Rahul Gandhi was outraging over Prime Minister's warning to Pakistan that henceforth any act of terror will be equated as an act of war? Why should any well-meaning Indian have a problem with that? Is he trying to cushion Pakistan? I mean, I really don't understand his attitude.
All right, Tuhin Sinha, we'll have to leave it there. Unfortunately, of course, while the debate in Parliament may be going on, the point is that here our time is limited. Tuhin Sinha, Pattabhiram Komareddy, Sanjay Jha, Priyanka Bharti and Tausif Shah, I'd like to thank all of you for joining